are then. It's another day, and it comes with a health warning. I think we're going to all have to prepare ourselves for what's ahead of us. Is it going to be a complete shambles? Are we going to be are we going to get humiliated? Is it going to be a contest? Is it going to be a contest? And I think that's all I would ask for. And I think, to be honest with you, by order of His Majesty Pep, by order of His Majesty, you put the under-10s out for us today, but unfortunately you've disobeyed that, so you can sling your hook at the end of this season. Why haven't you put the under-10s out? Why haven't you given them those Primark slippers I was talking about? Pep. It's going to be a hard day, isn't it? I think most Leeds fans are going to agree. I think that we're going to find ourselves in dire straits. We've found ourselves in a mess this week yet again. It's Big Sam to the rescue. It's a rescue mission like no other. Is Big Sam capable of doing it? Is he the man for the job? Is he going to save the day? He's certainly made some changes. We'll have a look at the changes in a minute. I'm just going to try to sort the lighting out because you know how it is, running out of electricity and all that stuff in Asia. Just a minute. Is that a bit better? That's a bit better, isn't it? I think. So let's get back over there. I'm trying something new today. You'll probably notice that the layout is a little bit different. You'll notice a couple of other things. I'm trying something new today. You'll probably notice that the layout is a little bit different. Hello, man, Josh, as well. I think you've dropped into the chat earlier on. I hope you're all right there, buddy. Get prepared for today because I'll tell you. Pep's put out pretty much the strongest lineup I think he can come up with, and I think what he's going to do is try and have this won by half time. Is my prediction on this match. There's no way at all if you were Pep Guardiola that you're going to try and let this match fester on. You want to go out, win it as quick as you can, and I think that lineup is a clear statement of intent that he's not here for he's not here to be kind, is he? He's not kind. He's not kind. I mean, just look at that. It's unreal. It really is. They've got Edison, Akanji, Ake, Laporte, and Gundogan in the defence. De Bruyne, Alvarez, Lewis, Foden, Haaland and Mahrez. Expect there to be some kind of interchange there between those two. Pep's lineup is a 3-2-4-1. I mean, we're gonna get absolutely battered, I think, today if we're not on our game. But you never know if Pep gets his tactics wrong. Is there a chance for Leeds United in this match? And example, is he going to take off 3 or 4 players at half time, and the Leeds going to have enough in them to get back into it? It looks to me like that's what Pep's game plan is. He's going to go out, try and get this one sewn up by half time, knowing that Leeds are not going to pose any problems in the attack going forward. But having said that, Leeds have gone for something a bit different also, and we can see that here. We've got the Leeds United 11. Robles in the net, Christensen, Wober, Firpo are playing a back three. Ayling, Forshaw, Rocker and Harrison are making up a defence. Then it's McKennie, Nonto, and it looks like he's playing Bamford up front, and this is what the BBC have it as anyway. I mean, it's all hit and miss, isn't it? And I think it'll probably change during the game. That if things aren't working, Sam's going to have to make some changes. He's going to have to make some adjustments, do whatever it takes for us to stop a very, very good Manchester City side from attacking us. I think we're going to be in a bit of a mess, to be honest with you. I think we're going to be struggling. I don't know how we're going to win this match, but anyway, a lot of Leeds fans have, of course, written us off. A lot of pundits have written us off. Chris Sutton, BBC, quotes 3-0, thinks it'll be 3-0 Man City. A lot of Leeds fans are hoping that it doesn't go to double figures after the last performance. I certainly hope this one doesn't go over double figures. The stats, as you said, as you saw in my preview video, they're all pointing in the direction of Manchester City for this one. Manchester City have won their last 3 Premier League games against Leeds United by an aggregate score of 14-1. As many times as they've beaten them in their previous 15 meetings in the competition, drawn 5, losing 7. Leeds lost this exact fixture 7-0 last season, and I alluded to that in the preview. Last losing consecutive away league games to Manchester City in April and November of 1992. So there is it's not looking good for us, is it? Manchester City have lost 2 of their last 60 Premier League games in the on Saturday at 3 p.m. kickoff slot, winning 50 and drawing 8. Both of those losses coming just at home to Crystal Palace, December 2018 and October 2021. That bogey side, isn't it? Crystal Palace, everybody's favourite bogey team, I think. Leeds set a new Premier League record for conceding 23 goals in a month. That came across 7 games, and we beat our own record for the previous year. I think it was 20. The most by a top flight side in 1 month since Birmingham in 1965, also conceding 23. Since returning to the Premier League in 2020, Leeds have won more games, 5 in total, with a higher win rate of 56% in May than they do in any other month. So here's a bit of a positive stat for Leeds. However, they won just one of their 4 May games last season, drawing 1, losing 2, beating Brentford on the final day to avoid relegation. Oh, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Manchester City, as we know, I think the 9 wins on the bounce at the minute. Nothing stopping them. The only other team rivaling them in the last 5 games is Liverpool, who have got 5 wins on the bounce. Nobody else is coming close. Liverpool suddenly have got themselves into gear. Perhaps something to do with giving Leeds a hiding at Elland Road might have something to do with it, because before that they were in a bit of a sticky vein of form. They keep picking these results up by narrow margins and stuff like that, and I honestly think that we all need to be prepared for what could happen today. I think we all need to be prepared. This could be a very, very grim day for us as Leeds fans, and it could be a very, very solemn ending when the final whistle blows. I just don't know if I can do this watch along or not. I really don't. It's been a hard day, and I don't know. I will try my best. That's all we can ask, isn't it? Hello, man, Josh. Yes, I love the dress up, the fancy dress, of course. King Gary on the streaming for this massive match. I hope you enjoyed the thumbnail as well. That I came up with, that I produced today. Just a bit of fun. Of course, King Sam, is he gonna save the day? He is not fearing this. Either he's not fearing what could happen today, or he just doesn't give a monkeys. My strongest suspicion would be he doesn't give a monkeys. So there we go. Unfortunately, we have conceded 67 goals in the league this season, the most ever. Aren't we great at conceding goals? I don't know how that can possibly be true, because I mean, you look at the Premier League table, there are other teams that have got a lot worse goal difference than us, but on the other side of the coin, it's all about scoring and stuff. I will join back in a minute, he says. I think we're in a bit of a mess, man, Josh, to be honest with you. When you do join back up, it could be, I hope you enjoy the watch along. I hope you enjoy the game. It is available on Sky Sports, I believe. And of course, it's gonna be a hard. If we get battered, it's gonna be a hard watch, isn't it? It really is. I don't see just how we can do it, but we'll try. We'll always try. Substitutes for Leeds: Melier, Koch, Aronson, Somerville, Rodrigo, Strauch, Rutter, Greenwood, and Gray. It'd be nice if we are starting to get battered, if things aren't going too great, or if we are dominating the game and we are winning, shove Archie Gray on and give him let's have a look at him. Let everybody see what he's all about. I've heard that I've seen some clips that he's absolute dynamite, isn't he? He's brilliant on the ball. Manchester City substitution. Well, I mean, it's literally like how much money can you leave on the bench today for them? Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Calvin Phillips. He's put Calvin Phillips on the bench. That's like 50 million right there, isn't it? Steve Stones. Put John Stones on the bench. Jack Grealish, Rodri Ortega, Bernardo Silva and Gomez. I mean, that bench is something else, isn't it? It is just something else. Pep must have a terrible job deciding who he's going to put out every week. It's bad, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts about today's game. What's your score predictions? I think we're going to get battered. I think if a good day for us is if we leave with a goal deficit of less than 2. But Manchester City have been putting in. They've been banging in the goals all season long, non-stop. Thanks partly to Erling Haaland, of course, the Leeds man. He's been unbelievable for them this year. I mean, absolutely taking the records and just smashing them out of the park. And I was absolutely delighted to see that he's knocked Andy Cole off the top scoring centre forward or top scoring player for the season. That's a record that Andy Cole had held for over 20 years. I mean, he was a great player, Andy Cole, but I can't say I'm a big fan of him. He's a bit of a jumped up jerk. But anyway, that's my opinion. You might agree with it. You might not agree. Let me know in the comments what you think. A hard day's graft for Leeds United. It's like I say, a lot of other fans just don't see where the points are coming from. A lot of fans, including me, have consigned ourselves to the fact that because we're playing the cream of the crop in the Premier League over the next remaining games, that we're gonna be in a real mess. The goal difference has taken a hammering during April. We don't seem to have any answers for defending. We were always never that good at defending, but now we just seem to be getting even worse. I don't see how I'm just looking at some scammy stuff here. It's not good, is it? It really isn't good. I just hope we go out today, put a performance on, try and make it difficult, try not to. I think the other thing as well is if we leave and we're not embarrassed. If we leave and we're not embarrassed, and we can say that, you know, we went out there, we tried, we give it a shot, and they were just too good. They beat us by a goal. That'd be all right. I'd be happy with that. They beat us by 2 goals, possibly 3 goals, 4 goals, and I'm going to start to get a bit, you know, wondering what we're going to do with the defence. I think the only thing is I was thinking today, should we park a bus in our goal? Should we park a tank? What should we park? Maybe a cruise ship. Perhaps you've got some other ideas, chat. What you want to see in our defence today? How are we going to stop an incredible Manchester City side from scoring any, or from getting away from us too quickly? I mean, it just seems to beg a belief. But you know, Sam's right. We've had a lot of chances. We've missed a lot of chances. We've dropped a lot of points. However, we've conceded a lot of goals, especially in matches that you think are winnable, and we're losing them, or we should be competing. You think back to Bournemouth, Palace, you know, Fulham, these sort of sides, all these other teams that we're just not picking up the 3. We should be safe. I mean, we should be safe. We shouldn't even be having this conversation right now. We really shouldn't. And it just makes me sick thinking about it. It really does. But well, there's nobody in, so I'm going to have a look at this. It's great to see Robbie Keane is back. Paul, any links to the game away and bars? I'm showing the Coronation Street. Coronation. I'll take anything below 9-0, says Howard. Come on, let's get behind Big Sam. These are some messages of support, some other messages. Live streaming is bingsport.online. I don't know what that is, but anyway. If Phillips scores, we will celebrate. Don't know. No, we won't say that. I'm an hour in front here in Mallorca, lads. We're 2 up in 20 minutes. Mate, I'm 6 hours ahead, and I'll tell you, it was a grim performance. Big up, Big Sam. Great looking starting lineup. He's put out in my opinion to Leeds. George the Jeweler says that one. So City make 7 changes and put out a team like that. It's a piss take, to be honest with you. De Bruyne back, Haaland playing. It's not good. Eiling in the centre half. Get your money on Haaland hat trick. Sorry, but I also need the money. Yeah. Play to be carded. Somebody because the odds are so bad for Manchester City, and there's no chance of Leeds getting anything. Someone's come up with a really great combo bet here. I mean, I don't know very much about it. Junior Firpo to be carded, Eiling to be carded, Nonto to be anytime goal scorer, Bamford at least 1 shot on target, Harrison at least 1 shot on target. And it's like an accumulator in it. 523.11 to 1. That's a good bet. I'd take that. 10 quid, no problem. Yeah, some people are posting on the Facebook website, just sort of Facebook website, the Facebook group. Just read a few of those comments out now, because I don't have any comments and stuff to read. Not sure what that is. It's just a little video of the lads arriving, Archie Gray arriving at the Etihad. You might see one of the thumbnails for the preview. Yes, I went to the Etihad a few years back. Went and did a stadium tour. Took the wife, and oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I took the wife. I've been with the wife there, and I've also been with my brother and my dad. And we went out for a day out to the Etihad. While I was there, took a load of photographs and stuff. It's an incredible ground, isn't it? I mean, it's an incredible facility, and I mean, I don't know, these new grounds, they just don't seem to have the charm, the charisma of the old grounds. You know, think about Highbury and White Hart Lane, all these other great grounds that are disappearing and going. Clubs are up plumbing for these modern circular structured stadiums, and I'm not a fan, to be honest with you. You seem to lose a lot of atmosphere. I went to the old Wembley. I've been to the new Wembley, and I also think Wembley isn't the atmosphere that it used to be. That it's not what it was, is it? I mean, let me know in the chat. Maybe you've been. You disagree. I will also be watching it on Sky Sports. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Everybody's got the chance to watch it today, and it's how they've done that, why they've done that. I can't possibly comment, but one would think it has something to do with the King coronation and all the rest of it. That everybody's had that stuff down the throat back at home. I imagine it's been on every single channel, and perhaps they thought, well, we'll give everybody a break, and if they want to watch the football afterwards, here you go. We'll drop you a little present, and you can watch the football. So yeah, it's going to be another big match. Any predictions? What are your predictions, chat? Let me know. Man, Josh is there. He says, it's impossible to tell. I mean, I've seen some Robles footage. Seems a decent shot stopper, but again, I think he's going to be a bit weak, like Ayling is in those similar sort of areas, catching crosses and stuff like that. Man, Josh says 5-1 to City. Yeah, I mean, I can't honestly see anything as other than us getting a hammer in, especially with what Sam's had to work with in the last few days. And he mentioned in the press conference, didn't he, if I can just improve each player by 2%, it's 22% for the starting 11, and that will make a significant difference to us in the games ahead. That's okay, but how do you, as I mentioned in the preview, perhaps you watched that preview, perhaps you didn't, but how do you get Ayling to increase his speed, to improve passing, to improve vision? The other things as well is like Bamford. How do you get Bamford to improve his finishing in 4 days? Just doesn't happen, does it? Takes a long time, and I mean, these guys shouldn't need these things improving. That it's literally what they've done for their entire lives. I just can't see us not getting battered. Yeah, I'm afraid so. It's going to be a hard watch, man, Josh. I hope you've got the tissues at the ready, buddy. I can't believe we're playing 3 at the back. It's like Sam Allardyce wants us to go down. I hinted at that in the preview. I can't say it directly, but I think that some managers are, well, I'll get that job and I'll just stuff them, and it doesn't really matter to me because I'm going to get £1 million out of it anyway, and 2 million in my extra in my bank account ain't going to make any difference to me. So I think earlier Bamford's time is up. They did their all for us in the Championship. Yeah, I agree. Whatever happens to us after this season, it's going to call for a major clear out, and that starts with a number of those players who came up with us in the Championship. I think we're going to have to reform a starting 11. But I think perhaps it would be a good time then to start blooding some of these youngsters that we've got. I thought he might have been a bit more adventurous and started a couple of more of the youngsters, the development squads and stuff like that. One player I've been calling for is Giabi for a little while. You look at guys who we've got out, Creswell, we've got Drama, he could be on his way. Gelhardt, we should really be starting Somerville and Rodrigo, I think. Yeah, I think so. In my preview, there was no place for Patrick Bamford. No place for him, I don't believe. I think I went for Rodrigo, didn't I? It'd be interesting to see what I said actually in that previous few days since I recorded it. But when I made it, it's one of those videos where I'm like, I just don't really have much time to make this stuff. I'm just so busy at the minute, preparing for the little one's first birthday party. Yeah, I'm happy he started Robbles. I think it'll be a good experience for us to see him, to see what he's about. I mean, if he can do anything to stop the rot or to make the goal difference better, and to stop what we're doing at the minute, and if he's improved better than Meslier, it's difficult to say, isn't it? I mean, Mellier's a French international. Robbles, I don't know enough about him really to comment too much more about him. Yeah, happy, but Wilfred, you've seen him on the YouTube short, haven't you? He's 1 year old this week, so I mean, I don't know if I can show you this, but I'll show you anyway, because there's only me and you here. So, alright, I've got a bunch of balloons, and all these things are. I mean, there's more of these things behind me. There's more in the other room. I'm trying to. I don't want to move the camera because the connection might be a bit loose, and I don't want the camera to go off. So that's why. It's going to be an interesting match. There's no sign yet from the broadcaster. I mean, you've got what is it, haven't you? You've got Sky Sports, so I mean, you're going to get some first class coverage there. I don't know what the commentary is going to be like. It's going to be interesting to see who they've got commentating on the match. I don't know that. I can't access many Sky services anyway. And I just think that, honestly, I just hope today a good meme. I love a good meme. Today, thousands of people have lined the streets for when he officially takes over. He waited years for this moment. Tears will be shed. It will be an emotional moment for him and his family, as millions from the UK and the overseas watch on TV. Good luck, Sam Allardyce. That one's been floating around for a few hours now. I'm going with 1-0 win to the mighty Leeds United today. This is someone called Dusto Mo on the Facebook supporters group. The greatest Premier League win of all time. You replies, do be serious. If it's 1-0 with if it's 0-1 to Leeds, 10 minutes to go. Sorry, but I'm hiding behind the settee. Live and hope. All Leeds, aren't we? Don't be serious. 9-0 to the mighty White, says Tommy. Oh my God. But realistically, it's more likely Bamford goal if it happens early on, or the 79th minute, or Rodrigo winner if later. Haaland own goal. Hamstring tear, I suspect. More likely Calvin Phillips' own goal. 1-1 for me. Then move to a more winnable games. Clean sheet for us. Yeah, okay. As if Man City won't score, but I hope you're right. Some of these conversations have had me in stitches today. I've been reading some of them as I go through the day, and I honestly, it's oh God, there's a few other people coming in here. Hello everybody, good afternoon to you. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all enjoying Britain's historic moment today, and I'm hoping for another historic moment down at the Etihad, but I don't think we're going to get it made. SOS today, we need to do two things. Number one, We blow the doors off the title race. Number 2, we save our souls. Bandy Famoski. I hope you are right, because honestly, I don't see anything else other than even if we lose, our fans will show great support. Well, I hope they do. They got a bit toxic in the last game, didn't they, down at Bournemouth? Orta came in for some flack yet again, and he's a fiery, colourful character, and he's being goaded by those Leeds fans down there, and everybody said, oh, he shouldn't be doing that, he's blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're going to say a few words and those things are bad to someone, what do you expect them to do? Sit there and take it? No, they're not. Not everyone's going to do that. Victor Orta isn't one of those people, and he decided to try and fire back. And this time it's cost him his job. Rad Razani's got rid of him. Hello, disabled team. Hello. Hello, Bandy. Yeah, well, it's all the hellos. Hello, disabled team. Hi, Bandy. I hope you're all good. Yes, Band. I tell you what, Bandy. Mega man around the Leeds channels. So it's always nice to see you coming in and out, Bandy. It's really, really good. I didn't get 3 likes on that preview video that I said, by the way. But I thought, well, I'm going to do a live stream anyway, because it's good. It's going to be entertaining, isn't it? I can't see anything else other than a City win. But the accumulators, some of the Leeds fans have put on are quite interesting. I'm good. How about you? Says Man Josh. Little question mark there. I'm good. Thank you for asking, Man Josh. Yes. If you've got any predictions, if you've got any thoughts about this game, shove them in the comments. Nervous as usual, say Stu. Yeah, Stu. I think, is it Stu running it today? Is it? I was over there earlier on watching Stu go. I mean, I used to be into fantasy football, but I just don't believe any. I just struggle for the time, to be honest with you, at the minute. Up north, Gary, don't believe in all that personally. Up north. No, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe I'm confused. How many likes did you get in the preview? I think you mean preview. Yeah. I don't know. I think the last time I checked it was 0. I was like, bruh, 0 views, 0 likes. Let me have a look. I even changed the thumbnail. I thought I'll just go for a, what is it? Yeah, 0. It's according to this, it's 0. So, but yeah, if you do see those videos popping up, smash those like buttons. I don't really want to ask people and stuff, but it'd be nice if people did. I'm more interested in our performance than anything. Yes, the performance side of today is the important thing, isn't it? I think if they show a bit of heart, and I think if they show a bit of courage, then I think I'm going to be a bit more satisfied. I was satisfied with the thumbnail that I made today. Good job. Thank you so much. I mean, I don't know if it's YouTube taking these likes off or what it is, but YouTube does do some stuff like that. If you haven't watched the channel's content and stuff like that, it removes you as a subscriber and stuff like that. If you haven't watched the channel for a little while, it's like, yeah, well, we'll take you off as a subscriber. I mean, it's not that good at doing it, but anyway, what do I know? I liked it. Thank you so much. It's nice if you press that like button. Really, why do people ask on that? Well, I don't try and call it algorithm. I try and call it recommendation system, because it's not an algorithm. It's more than one algorithm that's running it, and the idea is that it tries to serve up content for viewers. that viewers are looking for, and it tries to match the viewer's expectation. So the idea of hitting that like button is that, you know, it can then look and say, well, these people enjoyed this content, and these people have identical interests or likes and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll serve them this up as a recommendation. It helps channels then get to recommendation. I think that's what the like button does. But I mean, I don't know. What I meant was, I'm not interested in the King's ceremony. Yeah, I watched about 5 minutes of it. That was it. Never mind Haaland and co. We need to win. Yeah, I mean, I was at the reverse fixture at Elland Road in December, and you know, back then I was thinking, you know, we're gonna get beat, but we looked all right. It was 3-1, I think. We seemed to do quite well in certain areas, but then in other areas of the game, you were just like, oh god, you know, the bloody passing, it wasn't great. Losing balls, second balls, etc. And when you're doing that against someone like City, you know, we're gonna get punished. We're gonna get absolutely punished today. If we are slack in any areas of our game, they'll just exploit us. We might get away with it once, whatever it is, a loose pass, maybe twice, but I'll tell you what, it won't continue for very long, because they'll know what's coming, and they'll be straight on to us, and I think we're going to be in a whole lot of bother. I dominated the living room, so my family can't watch. Well, I think that's a life lesson, isn't it, man, Josh? When you want something, you got to dominate. A good life lesson for you. Yes, I agree, Bandy. Haaland missed a few really good chances in that game. He did. And I just wonder about Haaland. You know, does he actually, when he plays Leeds, is he, well, you know what they're doing? I'll just smash into a rose head, and nobody's gonna care, because I'll get one later on. I'll get one later, and everybody will shut up. It's I mean, it's going back a long time. I was very, very lucky that day, because I'll tell you the little story that happened. It was I try and make it home at Christmas, of course. You know, I'm overseas and stuff, and my dad was trying to get tickets, and my brother, he said he couldn't get them, and my brother ended up putting a bit of a shout out on LinkedIn. You know, if anyone knows any way to get tickets, let us know, because we're looking for some tickets. Anyway, Astonish cleaning products, I don't know if you know this, they are the sponsors of the training kit, I think. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind that. But yeah, so someone replied, and there was a connection, knew somebody else, and they were like, well, yeah, there's a few spare tickets in the Astonish box in the East Stand. Do you want them? I mean, it was 350 quid. Hang on a minute. Yes? Wait. Right, I'm going to have to take a break, I think. Just give me a second, because I think I'm waiting a delivery to come in. Just a tick. And it's what it is, chat, is some medicine for the little one. And he's not very well. He's got a bit of croup, so he's got cough, ruttly chest, and all. You know, we think it's a bit of croup, so it's not possible for us to see a doctor, but we can get the medicines here pretty quickly. If we need anything, so I'm gonna have to go and check up on this guy. It's my dearest who's come to see me about it. Let me see what that is, and if I have to go, I won't end the stream. I'll just put some music on or something like that, or you know, put a preview video on. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I hope it. Well, I mean, I do as well. It's his birthday this week, and it's not great, you know. Just a minute. There we go. Let me see where this. Yeah. Driver's just arriving. Right. Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to go for a minute or two. Well, I'll say 2 minutes. It's more likely going to be about 10. So I'm going to have to go and pick these things up because I mean, I don't know if you could hear him, but he's coughing and spluttering in the background there. So let's have a little look. And what I'll do is I uploaded a video because yeah. Okay. Right. So I'll come back in a bit, and you know, if you want to go get a cup of tea, now's a really good time. Set this up earlier, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's disappeared. Right, okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll just put a cover on and then we'll go from there. Background overlay. Yeah, so some features on this I'm not too great at, so apologies for that. Right, okay, guys, I'll go get some. What is it? Go get this medicine. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, well, between 5 and 10, hopefully. It depends on the lift. I live in a rather large apartment. So there we go. Right, okay. Right, well, we're back. So sorry about that, guys. We had to administer the medicine as well. He's not very well at all. He's got, we think, croup. Hello, Hermione. I think you're part of the disabled team. Is that right? Haaland? Yeah, okay. Just when you thought we were safe to go in the dark. Hello, all. Welcome, Leeds. Yes. Hello, Hermione. Haaland is a flop. Just a tapping merchant. Left foot, right foot, header, chest, knee, backside. However it goes in, it doesn't matter, Hermione. Hello, call me, no, Leeds, yeah, okay, disabled team, hey Stu, bless you for joining disabled team, you're great supporters of the channel now, so I'm so pleased, and of course when I get the chance I'll give you some support, dropping on your lives and stuff like that. I imagine some of you are watching the game already. It's about 30.5 minutes in, 40 minutes in. Stu, Kieran in the dugout too, 10 behind the ball. I think we should drag a few Leeds fans out of the away end and stick them behind the ball as well, get them on the pitch. We might struggle on the pitch, but the fans are always in full voice. Yes, Hermione, yes. Loads of new comments in here. Great. I'm so thrilled. Some great movement there. Yeah. I haven't seen one bit of this game at the minute. I just saw a bit of a still of Patrick Bamford. And excuse me while the light's gone off. There we go. Don't know why it does that. Anyway, it's still 0-0. They nearly scored. Oh God. Don't say that, man, Josh. Wolves and London Blue. Oh. Yeah. Oh my God. Alvarez. It's De Bruyne, isn't it, on the right hand side there? I mean, you just leave Kevin De Bruyne just out there on our left hand side on his own, just let him do what he wants, why not? I mean it's going to be one of those games, is this, folks? I think we're going to be in I think we're going to really struggle today, but I mean, we've got so far, what is that? I've got 16 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock at this time. So it seems that we're another chance, and Leeds have got the backs to the walls. No surprise, really. It's no. Why can't I get that over onto the other screen? Windows, honestly, I'm trying me nuts sometimes. There we go. On there. Yeah. Just now, should have scored City, yeah. And it's Erling Haaland, and on about the just before the 17th minute, and Robles has got down there, saved it with his feet, and Leeds United live to fight another minute. Should have scored, yeah. Haaland was offside. Was he offside? Was he? I didn't see that bit. I'm just trying to get the screen sorted out. So thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, a big save, another big save. Oh God. Leeds it. Manchester City just probing an opening. Leeds have literally got everybody behind the ball at the moment, and they're trying to clip one into Haaland. And Wilfred Gnonto's out in the 18-yard box trying to clear it out, and he tries to find Patrick Bamford. Bamford's got no pace. He can't get over there and collect the ball. 18 minutes on the clock right now, and it's Joe Robles who's saving the day at the minute for Leeds. I have 16:55. Maybe a couple of us are. I am 1 minute behind you all. Says I told you that tappy guy from Norway is not that. Hedges Vigi. I don't know if I can read those things. And Manchester City have scored 18 minutes 31 seconds, and it's a goal that's been coming, and it is definitely. Is it Gundogan? Is it? Yeah, they've scored. So there we go. That is confirmed, and Sam and the assistant are having a discussion about that, and it's 1-0 City. And there's a player offside, but Leeds, Haaland's offside, but Leeds go back, play him on, and they're just too flat at the. I mean, they were so flat at the back there. And Gundogan comes in from just 18 yards and just low and hard, puts it low next, it just inside the Robles' left stick, and Pep Guardiola's walking around as if he's won the Champions League or something, fists in the air, and he's quite pleased with that. He's Guardiola. 19 minutes 40 on the clock, and Leeds are 1-0 down. And could be way more than that by the look of it, by the sound of it. I've missed the opening few minutes. As I said, I had to pick some medicines up for the little boy. We've had them delivered downstairs. I live in an apartment. It's about 45 to 50 floors down. It's a long way. It takes a little bit of time for me to get down there in the lift. So annoying, so simple. Yeah, they make it look simple, don't they? Manchester City make it look simple, and I think this business of sitting off them isn't a good idea. I think we now have to go toe to toe for the remaining 70 minutes of this match. I think we're going to have to really try and force the issue against them and compete. And while ever we sit back like this, I think I mentioned it in the preview. If we sit back, it won't take them long to find an opening. And sure enough, that's what's happened. They struggled against West Ham. Apparently, did Manchester City? I didn't see that game, nor did I see the highlights. But they said that was a difficult game for them, and they managed to score 3 goals and not concede. So we are chasing shadows. Yeah, this business of holding lines and all this sort of stuff. You know, you're literally just going to be following the ball around all day long. At this rate, and shut doors, shut. I mean, Andy Townsend, we've got commentating here, and he's talking about shutting doors, shutting down spaces, but and Mahrez, I think it's is that Mahrez? Is it? He's just clipped one in there, and it's just over the bar. Unfortunately, it's. I mean, it's a really, really good ball into the back post, and Jack Harrison's doing. I mean, I don't know what Jack Harrison's doing at the back there, but he needs to be aware of what's around him. Does Jack Harrison, and trying to use that speed to get in and stop things like that happening at the back post. He keeps getting beaten, does Jack Harrison, in defensive situations. And again, it's stuff that's so obvious. I mean, for us, it's dead easy to see, isn't it? We can sit here, and it's so easy for us. It's a bit more difficult for the managers, but they have iPads, they have tablets, and all the rest of it on that in that dugout, and they can see what the pictures we're seeing, and they should be able to pick out what the problems are. And Jack Harrison defending is a problem, and if nobody else has said that, I'm surprised. And Manchester City, I mean, down this right hand side, Weston McKennie's going absolutely is furious what's going on down the right hand side here for Manchester City. De Bruyne is just literally, and anybody who's on that Leeds left, any Manchester City on that Leeds left must be just thinking, we're going to have a field day down here, because Harrison can't defend. He's trying to defend now, but 23 minutes on the clock. Looks nice as that. If you didn't know, I'll be home in the summer. Might try to do a bit of content while I'm there. Help the channel. Mahrez is just over the bar. Bournemouth have scored. Yeah, we'll have a look at we'll check it on the other games in a bit and see what's going on. Manchester City's now switch it over to the Leeds right, their left. Laporte. And Manchester City are literally just gonna pick a goal, pick the moment, and it's Haaland, and he's just fired it wide of Robles' left post, and it's just whenever you like, Man City, isn't it? I mean, what a ball that is. How Haaland missed that, I'll never know. I mean, and if that's what we're going to do all day, expect that it's only a matter of time before this scoreline gets bigger. And Haaland has missed an absolute cracking chance. I think the defender just does enough. Whoever's sliding in on Haaland there just does enough to put him off the shot. And it's Rocker and McKennie. And I think they're on De Bruyne. They've crunched De Bruyne. He's on the deck and he's holding his head, holding his shin. And they've had to double team De Bruyne. I think it's just inside our own half. 1-1, says man Josh. No. Miles wide and over. I'm going in a minute. Okay, buddy, no problem. It's like watching a cup game where a non-league team against a Premier League giant, so it's very poor. Yeah, it is. It's so poor, it really is. I know, right? Yeah. Right. Yeah, I understand that. Bit of an incident here, 26th minute coming up, and referees asked them to respot the ball, Manchester City, and they were trying to take a free kick a few yards ahead of where it should have been, and they're just knocking it around in the middle of the park at the minute. And the Leeds fans are in full voice. They've not got anything else to do, really, to be honest with you. They can't sit there, boo, criticise. There's no Victor or Horta today to aim any frustration at. 2-0, yes. 26 minutes, they're going to score here. Mahrez. And it's Gundogan again. And it's literally an identical goal, but he's just picked his place in the other corner. And Gundogan is now on a hat-trick. And it's literally... quite literally an identical goal. It is an identical goal. Instead of going to Robles as left, he's gone to his right this time, and Robles hasn't got by the time he hits it, he's got no chance. By the time he sees it, it's past him. It's no chance. Gundogan just picks his spot, bang, and it's a lovely finish. And I mean, you're just leaving players sat around on the edge of the. He's scored one against you already, and nobody's picking him up. Nobody's doing anything about him. Nobody, they're charging him down, but by the time you're trying to charge him down, you're 4 or 5 yards off the pace. He smacked it. By the time you see what's coming, he's smacked it. It's in the back of the net. Harrison! Oh, and he's trying to find Willie Nonto at the far post. Jack Harrison. He's on the left-hand side. He's got a runner on the outside. I think it... And Leeds got a corner. And there's something that gone on there between Mahrez and one of the other players. He should have done a bit better. I mean, it's not a bad ball in Jack Harrison, but he should have done a bit better. Different manager, same problems. Yeah. Well, I don't expect Sam Allardyce to do anything, to be honest with you. Matt Rocker with a free kick from the left-hand side. 28:30 on the clock coming up. Oh, and it's a lovely header. It's is it McKennie? Might have been McKennie that headed that, I think. And it was a really cracking header. And Leeds, it's probably, I don't know, is it Leeds' first chance? And Weston McKennie's getting in. He's going to have to get really stuck in today, Weston McKennie. And is he going to prove what he's all about? Or are we going to look for another lacklustre Weston McKennie? Is he... Oh, Robles is off his line and trying to slip Haaland in there, but there's a really, really good interception. Manchester City now just stroking the ball around at leisure. Get some cricket pads, gonna need them. Yeah, gonna need a bat, pads, build a wall in our goal, please. So annoying. And there's a lovely little ball over the top. And Alvarez has just should have scored a third goal, but there is an offside. And Leeds have to be very disciplined with that offside. They need to know when they're playing offside, when they're not playing offside, because there's Christensen's a little bit out of position there. And I think it's Luke Ayling, and Luke he's got no chance. He's just getting skinned, absolutely skinned. Hate Ederson, yeah. No need to hate any of this lot. They're on a different planet of football to us. Anybody who disagrees, go look at the league table, go look at the stats. That tells you everything you need to know. It's epic, and that's a terrible ball. And I think it's Matt Rocker who just won the ball there in the middle of the park. He does all the hard work and literally just plays it straight ahead of him, straight to Ederson. Bet lost the disabled team. The dream lasted all of 25 minutes. But offside, yeah. Offside. I forgot that. Hermione, yeah. Little clip in, and Robles, and there's a mistake, and it's Alvarez, and it's oh my god, it's Robles and Christensen getting confused who's going to get the ball, and it's clipped in, and Robles hasn't shouted loudly enough at Christensen. The Manchester City player, I think it's Alvarez, he stops running and just waits for the calamity to continue. The ball comes down. Oh my god! I mean, it could be 4 or 5-0 already, couldn't it? This Ake and Nonto have had a little bit of a coming together there. Ake pulls Nonto up, and Big Sam has. All the mind games and razzmatazz at the beginning, it's all coming apart rather quickly here at this match. It's 2-0 Leeds, 18% possession and two attempts. Manchester City 82% possession, 9 attempts so far. So it ain't looking good for Leeds United. We're going to have to get closer to these Man City players, and I think that's one of the things Brentford did. They didn't try and hold a shape as such in the midfield. What they tried to do was go a little bit more toe to toe, try and pressure them, pressure Man City into making mistakes. And I think, like anything else, in it, if ever, I mean, there's a punt out there, and I'm not sure who's cleared that, but there's nobody there, and it's gone for a Man City throw-in right by Guardiola's dugout. If you sit there and let this lot play football, they'll just pick you apart all day long, and you're gonna have to, if you're gonna have a serious or any chance of winning, you have your game plan. You make sure that you stick to that game plan, and if you're gonna go toe to toe, do not lose your man. And try and stop and cut these passes out, try and get into them. I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult because all they're doing is playing it on the floor all the time. It's not like they're playing it in the air, they're not clipping it up to people's chests or anything like that. You know, it's rolling straight across the floor. Why are they not getting into the... I've paused apparently. Let me have a look. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's Rocker is just dreadful. Yeah, Fulham equalised. I've paused. Am I still paused, guys? Oh yeah, yeah. The outputs. Is it pausing a little bit? Is it lagged a little bit there? Not sure what happened there. I am looking at a cop. Oh no! And they've played Haaland in, and Haaland. He's tackled. He just didn't have the speed there, Erling Haaland. And I think it's Max Wober who gets over just in a nick of time. It is. And it's lucky because Haaland, it looks like he missed. The shot effort was just nowhere near the ball when he swung his leg through, and it just gave Werber enough time to get back and cut the ball out. It was join back now. Good, welcome back, man. Josh, still 2-0. And Alfinger Haaland's up in the just seen there. I'm glad Haaland's a Leeds fan. Yeah, he should have buried that. Should have Erling Haaland. But everybody, I mean, what have we got? Patrick Bamford. I mean, they've got 18-stone goal scoring machine up front, haven't they? A brute of a man, Erling Haaland, and It's quite obvious, isn't it? The outcome of this game. We all knew what was going on. If we don't concede anymore, that's going to be a good day. But I'm afraid, looking at this, we're going to do. And Wilfred Gnonto must be thinking, "What am I doing?" There's nobody ahead of him. He picks up the ball and it's just cut out and it's coming back. It's coming back to us. There's nobody up front. You put Wilfred Gnonto up there. At least he's going to run for you. Patrick Bamford isn't going to run for you. Getting out, pushing out, getting onto these Man City players. We're going to have to advance a little bit more if we're going to have any kind of chance. If we can nick one before half time, it puts us back in the game, but or it makes it a little bit more respectable. Bournemouth. Okay. Yes, sorry about that. I'm just trying to keep up with it. Anyway, London Blue team will hopefully lose again. Yeah, well, Frank Lampard is the manager of the moment, isn't he? I don't honestly. I mean, we're a badly run club, but I mean this American guy who's running Chelsea at the minute, he's literally got no idea what he's doing, and if he has, he's been poorly advised, and I don't know what they're doing I don't know what they're doing rehiring Lampard. And Ayling and Gnonto playing a bit of head tennis there, but it's not worked. And Christensen's made a howling mistake, and Erling Haaland's on the end of it, but he can't get the ball back in. I don't quite know what Christensen was doing there, and I've lost the stream. What the hell's gone on there then? Yeah, it's come back now. And it's De Bruyne. They've put De Bruyne going down the left at the minute by the look of it. Oh, it's comical, isn't it? It's comical, isn't it, chat? I mean, now that we've seen 37 minutes and 38 minutes of this game, any revised score predictions? Man just said 5-1 earlier. And Eilings won a free kick right by our corner post. What do you think, chat? Any score predictions? Any more predictions about this game? Are we going to get a goal? Are we going to change the tactics? Is Big Sam just going to let them carry on struggling like this? He's looking at the watch. Sam Allardyce is looking at the watch. 38 minutes he's looking at the watch and he's wondering, when is this going to be over? Yeah, they're saying that one of the stats that they're saying is Haaland at home at the Etihad scores on average every 49 minutes. So it can't be long before Erling Haaland scores a goal, can it? Oh, God. If you don't laugh, you cry. You can't cry watching this. We're at Pep Guardiola's school of football. I think that's the best way to say it. Change it, man. Man, Josh says he's gonna change it now. 5-0. He doesn't think Leeds are gonna get any goal at all, and that's a shame because the back four at Man City are not that good. I don't think. The thing is the way that they have been successful is in the midfield and in the attack, and when there is a chance it gets buried more often than not. But we've seen Man City be a bit slack already today. A few offside decisions, a bit of poor finishing, maybe a bit of luck, but Gundogan at the edge of the 18-yard box. I mean, you know, if you don't learn if he scores another one like that today, there's gonna be hell on. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Leeds are gonna have to do something. You can't just. I mean, all right. Are you just happy about right? Let's try and keep it to 2-0, and this is what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, and. We'll quite happily leave here with 2-0, a 2-0 defeat, but Leeds fans won't be happy with that, I don't think. They'd like to see the side go out and at least make a contest of this match, even if it's just for a short period of time. McKennie, Rocker, Christensen plays a little ball out. There's a foul in the centre circle, and it's Mark Rocker's down with his knee, clutching his left knee, and I think it's Kanji's got him. Sorry, Akanji. That's how I should pronounce that. We are still singing, yeah. Yeah, well, plastic Manchester City fans won't be singing, will they? How many empty seats are there at the Etihad today? I'd be interested to find that out. Probably very few. Oh, Christ almighty. I think Rocker's got up his... Oh. And Sam Allardyce, the camera's just gone on to Sam Allardyce, and I can't repeat what Sam Allardyce has just said there. So, I mean, I'm not a monetised channel, but we'll just say it wasn't very nice. And it's always good when you catch somebody and the lip reading lip reading is so obvious. And I think Sam Allardyce, I think, is probably just called Rock or something. Not very nice at all. And Luke Ayling going down the right hand side for Leeds. Patrick Bamford's in the middle. He's trying to call the ball over, but no, there's no chance for a cross just at the minute. And Weston McKennie's chasing the ball around, but Man City are playing it away. And that's a good little interception from Christensen. Oh gosh, but I think Jack Harrison just couldn't bring the ball under control. Christensen and Harrison are literally running all over. Erling Haaland's run offside. Alvarez held the ball, and Manchester City are just knocking it about as if Leeds aren't even there at the minute. And we've got back, and we've formed a bit of a shape. But why couldn't we just get that ball over to Patrick Bamford there? But then again, you know, Foden plays one in, but it's cut out. I think it's Christensen who does the defending there. Not bad there from Christensen. A nice little interception further up the pitch. That's what Leeds have to do. Try and get in amongst it. Try and stop these passes, intercept them. You can't allow them to knock this ball around like they are doing. We're under no pressure at all. If there was 2 Leeds fans at Etihad, we still outsing them. Yeah, I think so too. And the ball clipped up to the edge. It was a corner ball, but it's headed away, and it's Alvarez picks it up, and it's passed on the inside now, and Manchester City are knocking the ball around just in their own half. Back to Edison, and there's not much really happening at this stage. I think Man City are just happy to get to half time at 2-0 up. 45 minutes on the clock right now, so there we go. Come on, Leeds. Be interested to see what Allardyce does in the second half. Is he going to change anything? Is he going to just think, right? Well, we'll just keep going. When is he going to try and let the shackles off a little bit and get Leeds actually challenging them? It looks like he's put Wilfred Gnonto on the left side at this stage. Wilfred was on the right hand side earlier on, but he's now over on the left. So, and it looks like he's put Jack Harrison out on the right, and I think there might have been a little change there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong, but that's just the way I'm looking at it. Yeah, you're right, man. It's 2 added minutes. We've got 1 minute left. 46 on the clock at the minute. And there's a challenge by Wilfred Gnonto, and he's going to get a yellow card for that. And it's on Riyad Mahrez, and Wilfred Gnonto goes straight in the back of him, and Wilfred slips, Mahrez turns, and Wilfred's momentum just takes him into the back of Riyad Mahrez. A bit of a silly yellow card to give away from Wilfred Gnonto in a not a helpful position. Man City have the free kick. It's De Bruyne over it, and Mahrez. Patrick Bamford is now defending. He's in the 18-yard box. De Bruyne whips one into the back post. Oh my God! It's Ake, and he heads it back out, and Foden on the volley just smashes it over the Leeds goal. And you'll be glad to know it's 2-0 at half time. And Yeah, Gundogan is the man of the match at the moment, isn't he? Some clinical finish. Two identical goals from Manchester City. Leeds lacklustre, but they or lacklustre or just trying to be disciplined, trying to get them doing the basics right in defence, and we're getting schooled in how to knock about a team about when that's what they decide to do, drop off and try and maintain the position. And unfortunately, I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm relieved. Yeah, I'm relieved. 2-0. I'll take that. If we get to 90 minutes and it's 2-0, I'll take that. I'll be happy. They'll get a good report from me if we get away from this with 2-0. Now, what we don't want is a classic Leeds second half performance where quite literally they come out on the pitch and go to sleep and they end up conceding 5-6 or something like that. That's what we don't want to happen, because the goal difference has already taken a beating. It's going to get absolutely decimated if they do that, and this relegation battle could well come down to goal difference playing an important part, in my opinion. This season, it's going to be an unusual season. Right, everybody, I think it might be time for a cup of tea. I don't know what you think. Is it time for a cup of tea? Should be 7, at least 5, yeah. Yeah, they've squandered quite a lot there from what I've seen, Manchester City, and that 30 minutes of football that I've just seen, that 33 minutes of football I've just seen, it flew by in the blink of an eye. But thank you for being patient with me going to get the little boy's medication. Funnily enough, Pep won't be happy. Pep won't be happy, but I mean, Man City could afford to take the foot off the gas. They've won the Premier League pretty much. There's no way Arsenal are going to win it now. And I think, to be honest with you, Pep might well give a couple of the under sevens a run out. You got to be brutal, haven't you? Leeds might have a chance then. or try and get a couple of them sent off, something like that. I don't know. Go get yourselves a cup of tea, a biscuit. Put your feet up, relax, and join me second half. I'll see you in a few minutes, eh? Go right ahead, chat away if you want. I'm quite happy with that. I'll try and catch up. I'll catch up with them anyway. Stand by. What's going on? Have we lost the stream or not? Are we there? Stand by. What's going on here? Yeah, stand by. I think we've just lost the camera feed again. Maybe I'll just knock that. So just give me a second. I'll just try and reboot it. Won't be a second. There we go. Are we back? I think we're back. Yeah, going around the Premier League. It's not. Are we affected at the minute? Well, there's not much happening in and around us. Wolves are beating Villa 1-0. Tottenham Hotspur, Crystal Palace. It's Tottenham 1, Palace 0. Man's, of course, us. And Bournemouth are drawing against Chelsea. That's one apiece in that match there. And Gomez for Wolverhampton has scored. As for Tottenham Hotspur, I know some of you are into the fantasy stuff, aren't you, by the look of it, at the disabled team. So Harry Kane, 46th minute, right on the stroke of half time for Tottenham Hotspur. Perhaps you already know this stuff. Bournemouth and Chelsea. Well, for Bournemouth it was Vinya, and then Conor Gallagher, I think, on the 9th minute for Chelsea, who opened the scoring during that match. So I hope you're all enjoying your fantasy Premier League and stuff like that. Maybe I'll join that next season. I've got to say I'm not very good at it. I don't have a good record in fantasy Premier League. I don't think I've ever won one. I finished second once with a group of friends when we were playing it. That's the Premier League one, isn't it? I think you're in. I had a look over there in your stream today. I'm going to the Leeds Newcastle game, and although the atmosphere is going to be unreal, just pray the scoreline isn't that embarrassing for us. You know, we've matched Newcastle in the past, and they're only where they are thanks to the manager. I think they've not really done that much since Stevie Bruce left. There's still a chance that, you know, we might pick I would say that we need to pick a draw up in that match. We can't we can't play like this against Newcastle, and I think we certainly have the players capable of matching them. Anyway, I'll talk about formations and stuff in a minute. What annoys me, Stu, is I wanted Gundogan for my Premier League team, but I was 0.1 short at the time. I'm assuming you're talking about the money, so you had to get Grealish. I mean, look at the Manchester City substitutes bench. It's just, you know, it's sick, isn't it? £100 million player sitting on the bench. Calvin Phillips. Let me go over there if I can get a screen grab of that. There we go. Got a screen grab. Let's have a look. It's what I'm going to show you in a minute is like the action areas. I think you're gonna. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult for you to see that. But yeah, the Fantasy Premier League is unbelievable, isn't it? It's good. Mika talking sense on Sky. Maybe get him next week. Anything. I just need some hope. I can't see nothing that's changed at all. I think going into that Newcastle game, we've got to be a bit more positive than this. The main issue I have is your change of management personnel, but you still have the same players who cannot defend. Maybe Charlie was right when he said we will lose something going forward. Yeah. Bamford and Harrison off. Yeah, Rodders and Somerville on for me. I think it's difficult, isn't it, Hermione? We're in a situation where they've been told this is what you're going to do, and that's what I want you to do for the majority of this match. And Bamford's not getting into this game at all. However, he is up there. I still think Rodrigo is a proven finisher for me. He's a better finisher than Bamford, and certainly if a ball comes through, who would you rather have on the end of it, Rodrigo or Bamford? Rodrigo for me, Bamford as well, but it's anybody's game. I think they've got Bamford there for the quote unquote hold up play, but they're not when they're punting the ball up to Bamford, he's getting nowhere near it anyway. So we are truly poor. Same old faces doing the same old things. It goes to those quotes, doesn't it? I'll tell you the quotes later on. I have to go in a minute. I will try and join back later, but no, it's alright, don't worry. If you can't join, it's no problem. Jack Harrison has been poor. Yeah, I think so. Jack Harrison, in defending, I mean, he doesn't defend very well for me, doesn't Jack Harrison? Sorry about that, if you're a Jack Harrison lover. But we have a substitution. It's Forshaw coming on, and I'm not sure who's gone off yet. And I'd have put Forshaw, but you see, is Forshaw capable of running 90 minutes in a match like this? Probably not. But yeah, if there's a break, I'll show you those action area stats. I think you already know them anyway. So I don't know. Okay, goodbye, Man Josh. Marching on together. I hope so, Man Josh, and I hope the scoreline doesn't get any worse. And Patrick Bamford's running forward, but he just doesn't have the pace to get around the final defender there, does it, Patrick Bamford? And 45-40 on the clock at the moment, and Manchester City are in possession. I think I'll be saying that quite a lot this second half. 84% possession, 16% Leeds. In this particular game, it's not a good watch. I thought it wouldn't be a good watch. I thought we would get dominated in all areas of this match. And I'll just save that there. Yeah, I've just taken a screen grab of the action. Bamford could Hermione, oh, you're savage. I like it. Hermione says Bamford cannot hold his breath, let alone the ball. How many more managers will we have that think he is actually a footballer and not a statue with cement issues? He's probably all right in the Championship. And he had a good season for us in the Premier League, didn't he? But I think apart from that, his injury troubles are just, for us, are the main problem. He's in and out of the side, and he's not had much consistency, has he? And I thought, if that were me and I were getting all these injuries and I'm 28, 29 years old, 30 years old, whatever he is, he just got a little baby, got married and all the rest of it, I think I'd just be like, well, may as well just retire or go into coaching or do something that's less strenuous on the body. I love a sense of humour as well. There's nothing like a good bit of how can I say this? There's nothing like a good bit of savagery, I think, in the chat. But Manchester City have a free kick. It's about 45 yards out. Kevin De Bruyne is on it. It's left of centre as Robles is looking at it. I thought with those two goals, Robles could have done a little bit better, but and Erling Haaland has headed the ball straight onto the crossbar from about 2 yards out. He's bloody open. We think our striker's terrible. Look at that from Erling Haaland. I think he does his best to miss that. Erling. Haaland. Well done, Erling. Nice header from Weston McKennie. Finds Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison almost loses possession. Knocks it up to Patrick Bamford, but Patrick Bamford can't latch onto it again. I mean, I don't know what is going on there, Stu. We have to. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? Patrick Bamford, if that had a half-decent Rodrigo on the end of that, it'd have been in the back of the net. Patrick Bamford just doesn't have the pace to do anything. And I think he's struggling with his touch, to be quite honest with you. He's not having a good day, is he, Patrick Bamford? And he's not the kind of player who's going to do any chasing around from us. But when I was watching that game with Leicester, I think it was Leicester, Rodrigo was just... I mean, that guy had fire in his belly that day, didn't he? He was all over the pitch for us. How Rodrigo hasn't got a start for us today, I don't know. But oh god, there's a ball into Jack Harrison who just falls to his knees. I mean, I thought he was going to worship the Manchester City player there and start praying at the feet. I mean, that was terrible from Jack Harrison. Makes you so annoyed, doesn't it, when you're seeing all these players slipping around and falling all over. You know, he's under no pressure and he's just slipped. I mean, how can they slip like that? Is it something to do with the studs or the length of the studs, or have they just completely all lost their balance? Haaland, that's a good one. Haaland must be wearing his mum's lucky Leeds United knickers today. Yeah, I mean, he's not a Manchester City player in that Erling Haaland. He's not the Manchester City standard, is he? He really should ask Pep for a transfer and say, look, you know, I'm bloody awful. I should go sign for Leeds, and they'll pay me 1/8 of what I'm getting paid here, and I'll be happier. Let me go, Pep. You never know. I mean, he might have a Rafinha moment, might he? I want to play for my boyhood club. But then again, when Barcelona come in for you, and that's not a bad ball, but Henderson's come out and don't know what he did there, but Patrick Bamford just stood off a little bit. If that had been me, Henderson would have been flying. Just go in underneath him and send him flying. And that wasn't a bad ball, wasn't that? It tempted Henderson out, and I think Weston McKennie played it in, and that's another dreadful ball from Manchester City, giving away the possession like that. Robles picks it up, rolls it out to Christensen, and perhaps the Manchester City players might fancy a nap while Leeds United try and think of an idea of how to score a goal against the league champions elect, should I say. They will be league champions, I think, very, very soon. There's no doubt in my mind. And there's a lovely little ball down the left hand side there into Foden. Foden pumps a ball across to the other side of the 18-yard box. Alvarez from the byline, and Erling Haaland, he's a awful centre forward for Manchester. Awful Manchester forward for Manchester City. Heads it straight down Robles' throat. He's 12 yards out, 10 yards out, is he? And he's up against Christensen, 7 yards out, and he heads the ball down with a lot of straight down Robles' throat, straight at him. At head height, Robles manages to collect it, and it's another missed chance for Erling Haaland. Pep, you really need to take Haaland and De Bruyne off. They look shattered. Yeah, they do. and it's a bit of bad news. Manchester City are considering making they're considering making a couple of substitutions, and the Leeds United players take this moment to go for a drinks break. I mean, they've literally only been back on the pitch a couple of minutes, what seems like a couple of minutes, and they're all over in the dugout getting something to drink. Kyle Walker's coming on, and I think it's Ake who's come off, so I don't know if he's had a knock or Pep just wants to have a bit of rotation because there's nothing better to do. 54 minutes. Now they've been on the pitch 9 minutes and they're all in the dugout for a drink. Is this the moment Sam Allardyce is going to give him another a bit of a motivational speech, and is he going to try and change tact? Is he tempted to open up a bit here and have a go at Man City? And Wilfred Gnonto picks up the ball. He's on the right hand side. Little bit of interchange between him and Rocker and Firpo. Firpo back to Woba. Woba back to Robles. So there we go. Nothing happening just yet. Robles pumps it up the pitch. Trying to find Jack Harrison. Can't be found. Into Bamford. Weston McKennie. And Jack Harrison needs to try and make a run here, and it's a foul from Jack Harrison. That was a silly thing to do, that, Jack Harrison. And it sounds like Leeds might be about to make a change, so don't know what's going on there yet. Quite possibly. Let's hope that it's the changes we've all suggested. Is Hermione correct? I don't know. You probably know already because you're a few seconds ahead of me. As Manchester City start playing the ball out, Bamford's trying to put a bit of pressure on, so is Christensen. And it's Tuni Firpo being attacked down his left hand side. Manchester City just make little runs in, make runs on the inside, make runs on the outside. They're all over the place. Leeds trying to hold the position and trying to stop Manchester City from playing straight through. And Erling Haaland's dropping deeper. He's trying to pick up the ball, probably getting a bit bored. Foden. Gundogan. Walker. Over on the right hand side now, and that's a bad ball, and Matt Rocker pumps one over the top. He's trying to get it to Patrick Bamford, and Patrick Bamford's just snuffed out by the two central defenders for Manchester City, and it looks like Leeds have got themselves a throw in, and it's Rodrigo and Sam Greenwood coming on for Leeds United on the 56-50 at the moment. Be good to see Rodrigo. If Rodrigo could, gets half a chance, if he can get up there and finish it. It's a good throw in from McKennie. It's a long throw in. Forshaw running forward onto the right hand side. Oh, Patrick Bamford's had a chance at heading there, but he's wanting a corner, and he doesn't agree with the referee's decision. He's asking him to reconsider it. The defender, yeah, a bit of a tricky one. It was ping-ponging around, a bit difficult one for the ref or the linesman to call that, I thought. Greenwood, not Wilfred Gnonto's come off for Wilfred Gnonto and Rocker are off. Sam Greenwood and Rodrigo have come on. I don't think I agree with taking Gnonto off. I mean, I don't think he's had a bad game. He certainly is not being played in an effective area, I don't think, of the pitch. He needs to be higher up, more central, I think, for us for it to pose any dangers today. Foden. Laporte. Mahrez. Gundogan tries to clip one over to find Mahrez again, but it's cut out by Leeds, who are breaking with Adam Forshaw trying to retain possession, and that's another bad pass. But flags down, and it's Jack Harrison. And he pushes Kanji in the back. There's Jack Harrison. If the ball had broke loose there, it'd probably been a free kick anyway. Eiling, yeah, that was a good cross from Eiling. You're right. You know, it looked a bit promising there, but it's like Allardyce said, isn't it? We're going to have to be very super clinical if we're going to get a goal here. And Jack Harrison is bent over, stretching his hamstrings. I'm wondering if his day might be done. And he might be injured here, Jack Harrison, as Manchester City cross run over from the byline, but it's gone beyond everybody. Luke Ayling picks it up. Tries to play it out, but Foden's on his heels, and I think it's Christensen picks it up, and it's Patrick Bamford trying to win the ball. But Leeds are starting to have a go now, and Jack Harrison in first time, but he just can't find Rodrigo. Good little bit of play there on the edge of the 18-yard box from Leeds, but it's just Jack Harrison's connection with that ball into Rodrigo couldn't be any better. And the possession figures they're terrible. Second half 76%, 24% Man City, and Rodders. Come on, Rodders. Come on, Rodders. What are you doing? Harrison looked terrified of Akanji, yeah. I think we're in need of a couple of things, aren't we? It'd be nice to see a hard man at Leeds. Nonto fills that role. He gets a bit nasty, doesn't he, Nonto? But that's probably I think he's on a yellow card, isn't it? It's probably why Sam's taking him off. Probably not worth risking him for this game. For the rest of this match. If Nonto's getting a bit frustrated with what's going on, you might as well just take him off if he was on a yellow card, and just say, we'll sacrifice you because you've got. And Erling Haaland has hit the bar, and Robles was stuck still there as that ball just rolled straight past Robles, and I don't know how that happened, but Erling Haaland picks up the ball. It's Christensen again. It's terrible defending. Christensen should have cut that out. What he's doing there, Christensen, and he just literally lets Erling Haaland spin on the ball, roll it past Robles, and it hits the bar. And Leeds United live to fight another day here. They've got still 2-0. They live to fight another minute, shall I say, of this match. We're not looking great. It's not great. Incredible possession and stats from Manchester City during this game. And Patrick Bamford is offside. He taps the floor in frustration. Manchester City take the free kick very quickly, play it down the right hand side. Gundogan. Now on the right hand side, Leeds are just dropping off a bit here, and City are just looking to pick their moment. That's a nice little interception there, but unfortunately it's gone straight back to Man City. And Gundogan picks it up again. I think it's Carl Walker on that right hand side? Yeah, it is Carl Walker. Mahrez. Gundogan. Walker. Gundogan. And Man City are trying to get Gundogan on for a goal here, because he is on an hat-trick. He clips one in, he's trying to find the back post, but there's nobody there. And Jack Harrison. And there's a bit of a foul there. Weston McKennie needs to get back and help out here. He's lost possession, but he's managed to pick the ball up again to Weston McKennie, and he plays a long one up the pitch. And I think it's Patrick Bamford, and he crosses it in first time, Patrick Bamford, without even looking. And it's a weak ball from Leeds United, from Patrick Bamford, and he's pretty pathetic, to be quite honest with you. Leeds, the only stat that Leeds dominate Manchester City in is fouls, and that's 10 fouls for Leeds, 2 for Manchester City. Oh dearie me. Good one. Manchester City just knocking the ball about as if Leeds aren't even there. It's turned into a bit of a training session as this game for them. They're not really that interested about scoring. They're just interested about retaining the possession, retaining the ball. It's a good little knockabout for them, but there's an offside against Erling Haaland, and Leeds United are making another substitution. And it looks like Jack Harrison's coming off for Chris Somerville, and not before time. And I won't say that this is going to change the match for us, but if he offers something against over Jack Harrison, it's his effort and speed. And I think I just hope I don't see Chris Somerville defending in our 18-yard box for the rest of this game. Forshaw picks up the ball. He's teasing Erling Haaland. Christensen back to Robles. Oh, and there's a mistake from Forshaw, and he concedes possession to Haaland. And Haaland runs into the 18-yard box, but he's brought down just outside the 18-yard box. And that's terrible from Forshaw. I mean, you just can't do that. And it's a lovely little bit of skill from Erling Haaland to take himself away from the pursuing Leeds players who have been chasing shadows all afternoon. A lazy flick from Bamford instead of a drilled ball to Rodrigo. Yeah. I mean, is it lazy? It is laziness. It can't be tiredness, because comparatively, he hasn't done that much running today. He hasn't had to, and it seems to be. I mean, I have a bit of a suspicion that Bamford is playing a leading role in the politics in the Elland Road dressing room, and he has done for quite a while. And it would be interesting to find out if that's true or not. Mahrez. And the wall does its job. It goes over the over and out for a. Oh, it's a Manchester City corner. Must have hit a Leeds player, and it's 4-1 Man City for the corners. And Adam Forshaw needs to be very careful if he gets any kind of possession here. All the young fans are over there in that corner. They've got the phones out, filming the heroes. That's an outswinger, and it's Leeds United now who've got a goal kick, I believe. So yeah, not a good header. Pep's going easy on Leeds, I think. At least Somerville is on for Harrison. Yeah, I agree. Not before time. I think Harrison will offer us a bit. Somerville will offer us more than Harrison. I've not been a bit. I don't know with Jack Harrison. I've just been a bit, disappointed with him a bit recently. He's especially with his defensive game. If he can't defend, don't bother having him there. Just shove him up on the halfway line. Get someone else in to defend. What do you make of players laying down behind the wall, Gary? And I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but I seem to think that it happened in the early noughties, late 90s, for a little while, and it's like anything in it. Once one footballer does something new and strange and unusual, oh, there's Manchester City are in here. And Mahrez is just on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's 68 minutes 40. And there's a foul. And it's Mahrez is down. And they've got a free kick right on the end, right where you don't want it. 25 yards out. Yeah, I think it's utterly stupid. I don't agree with it. Having someone laid down on the floor, and it's just part of the modern game, isn't it? That one team did it, and then everybody else. Oh well, we'll do that. That's a great idea. It's the most silly thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Robles picks up the free kick that's tossed into the back post, and it's not a good free kick from Manchester City, it has to be said. And I think he just pumps it up the pitch as Robles. I'd rather in a corner ball situation, in a free kick situation, I'd rather have one player defending the near post. Or the far post, and then just trying to cut down the size of the goal for the opposing team. I don't think because anybody who can take an half decent free kick will know that there's somebody laying on the floor. Well, you've got two options, haven't you? Either drill it at them, go for the deflection, hope everybody jumps out of the way, you get a corner, or if you're lucky, you get a goal. Keeper dives the wrong way, for example. Or you're just bending it around them, over the top of them, or whatever. And there's another foul on De Bruyne, and it's just Rodrigo. And Rodrigo's come on the pitch. He's got a yellow card for a foul on De Bruyne, and that is. I mean, I don't even think he makes any contact. It looks a sort of, that camera angle I've just seen there. It's on the opposing side for Rodrigo, so you can't really see if there's any contact at all. But De Bruyne goes down. He makes it look like there's some contact, and Erling Haaland's just pushing Weston McKennie around like he's a little doll in the 6-yard box. As Manchester City line up this free kick, and they've thumped it in, and it's landed right at the feet of Robles, and he's got down for it very smartly. Robles, well done. I thought it might have sneaked in that. I don't know. Very sneaky free kick from Manchester City. It's a really good effort. On target. And Christensen plays the ball straight at Foden. Foden gets the ball. There's another ball on the pitch, I think. And the Leeds fans are in delight. They've got the shirts off. They're swinging the shirts around above their heads, making it a bit of a FUT Cup final atmosphere, and I think it's probably the highest crowd at Manchester City this season, I would imagine, with the Leeds fans. And I imagine there's quite a few Leeds fans in that home end. Yeah, going back to that. I don't agree with it. Stupid thing. Having a player laying down behind the wall in a free kick situation doesn't serve any purpose for me. Front stick, front post, back post, or both, depending on who you're facing. If you're facing someone who's not got a good goal scoring record in free kick situations, oh god, it's Luke Ayling with a tragic ball into Ederson. You're facing someone who's not very good at taking free kicks, fine, but you're facing someone like Ward Prowse or someone like that who can take a free kick. And what I'm going to tell you next is not good. Brendan Aronson's coming on to give the Manchester City players a lesson in theatrical diving, or how to eat 10,358 blades of grass in 15 minutes, or the 15 minutes that he will be on the pitch for. There's nothing like being a bit savage. Go on, Pep, give us a chance, pretty please. Yeah, didn't Allardyce say, if I'd have been manager at Man City, I'd have won 50 trophies in 3 years, or something daft like that. Our remaining fixtures are scary. Oh, sorry. Hang on, I misread that. Our remaining fixtures say ha ha ha. Yeah, ha. Like a home away home. Oh no, an Erling Haaland. Oh, Nick Robles was just quick off his line there to deny Erling Haaland yet another opportunity. And Erling looks quite disappointed with that he hasn't scored yet today. And West Ham conceded 3 against Manchester City. Leeds United have conceded 2. Can they get to the to the final whistle, only conceding 2 goals? Oh, Sam Greenwood's won the ball there, and Patrick Bamford, lame. I mean, he's just got no pace, has he, Patrick? He's not bullying these 2 centre backs at all. They've had an easy afternoon. These centre backs, these Manchester City defenders. It must be easy money being a Manchester City defender. Some of the easiest money that you ever have to play in football, I think. Love hearing our fans singing all over them. Yeah, I do. I like that. I like the party atmosphere that they've brought today. It's as if that we can't really say that we're going to get anything at this game. Most Leeds fans I have seen going around on YouTube, social media, have pretty much resigned themselves to not winning this match. Man City 0, Leeds United 0. I'm okay with that. I don't know. Maybe that was a comment in the 23rd minute. Mahrez against Junior Firpo, and De Bruyne plays a lovely ball in, and Robles just punches it away. He should have probably caught it, I think, but this is the way we are with keepers. Fantastic support today. I'll read a few of these out. Massive credit to the travelling Leeds fans in full voice, keeping the swinging the shirts around. There's a lot of people on here that are quite obviously not proper fans, but utter can't say that. Firpo has got to be the worst left back I've ever seen. His defensive positioning is shocking. Well, I think it's not just Firpo, is it? It's not just Firpo. It's a lot of the players, I think, that are Melier is one, Harrison another, in defensive situations where we're having to defend under pressure. I can think they're all struggling with stuff like that, and who knows? These guys are professional footballers. A lot of them have played for their entire lives. Even before they went to secondary school, they'll have been scouted and picked up by pro teams. And you sat there thinking, how on earth are they forgetting to do the basics? And I think I saw something somewhere this week, maybe in the last day or two, that somebody said, oh yeah, it was a quote from Junior Firpo, and it might have been yesterday actually, and he said something like, the training under Sam Allardyce is really good. He's changed a lot of things, and he's got us and told us that we have to go back to basics, and that we're forgetting the basics. Like, how the hell can you be getting paid what you get paid, and you do what you do, and you've been doing it for your entire professional and even pre-professional career, and you're forgetting to do the base? You're admitting to, oh well, we've forgotten how to do the basics. It was beyond belief. I was sat there, I'm like, I can't believe he's come out and actually said something as daft as that. I mean, it was improving, was Junior Firpo under Grathia. I mean, he had a shock. Oh no, Foden tries to get a ball into the back post, but luckily Captain Max Werber is back there showing the rest of the defenders how to put your body on the line and cut out a cross and get in front of a striker, and that was really good defending from Max Werber, making sure he's not getting beaten. And he's taken Forshaw off, substitute Forshaw and Patrick Bamford off, and he's putting Strauch and Aronson on, and I don't understand that at all. I don't understand. I mean, Strauch has been poor every time he's appeared for us in recent months. Patrick Bamford coming off, I don't see that. I mean, is he going to put Brendan Aronson on as a number 9? Must be. You tell me what's happening, guys. You know better than me. I think Bamford has had 3 touches all game, yeah. And I mean, they're taking this corner ball here. Manchester City, it's not even inside the little circle bit. And I don't see why we've taken Forshaw off. But anyway, we've absolutely no energy or movement that creates any kind of threat at all. This is dire. It's dire, isn't it? But it's two goals. And Lewis has smashed one. And even Chris Sutton was wrong. Chris Sutton had them down at 3-0. Or I say you're wrong. 10 minutes for this score, for this game to finish, and hopefully it remains 2-0. And that's a positive afternoon out for us, is that against this lot. Very well, just go and have a go at them now for 5-10 minutes. They're not going to get 4 or 5 goals now in 10 minutes, are they? So why don't we just go toe to toe with them and actually start giving them a game of football? And that would be quite, you know, if we got 1 goal here, the Man City could collapse. One of those, and that would be absolutely epic if that happened, wouldn't it? It would be. If Leeds ended up getting away from here with a draw, that'd be, Guardiola would be absolutely livid, wouldn't he? He'd be absolutely livid if that. Hello, welcome back, man, Josh. Oh my God, hope there is no gusts of wind. Aronson will. Well, you never know. Brendan Aronson, he what is he doing here? Brendan Aronson is penalty now. No, you're joking. Get a penalty. We are showing great support. You're joking. Oh no. He's given a penalty against Strauch. That's never a penalty. Foden, I mean, Strauch's just come across the front of him. He's been on the field a couple of minutes, and he's come across the front of Foden. He's not really won the ball. I don't think Foden's really appealing for a penalty. I think he's more appealing for a corner. And I don't think, I don't know. If that's a penalty, it's soft. And it's a soft penalty, is that? I don't know how he's got a penalty for that. But anyway, quite clearly Manchester City need the goal difference, don't they? Chelsea have scored. It must be Gundogan, and he's going for it. He's on the hat-trick, Gundogan. One can only assume that he's going to score. He's looking supremely confident, stepping up here, puffs out the chest, takes a moment, takes a few steps back, and he's in the bar! And Gundogan can't get the... There's a technicality going on here. Gundogan has hit the bar. It's come back and hit Robles. But then they're saying there's an encroachment from a Leeds player, and Pep Guardiola is not happy about it. And if Pep Guardiola's not happy about it, it seems to me that I don't know what's gone on there. But anyway, they've played on. Leeds are going up the pitch. No encroachment, apparently. It's been ruled. Leeds have scored! And Rodrigo gets a goal in the 85th minute! Leeds United! It's unbelievable. Game on. Get a point, Big Sam. That's unbelievable. Rodrigo's the man of the moment for Leeds United, and I'm having to control my emotions and the volume because my little boys are fast asleep. It's unbelievable. Smash does it straight past Henderson with his left boot. That's an absolute belting a goal, is that? And Rodrigo's firing the rest of the lads up. And it just shows you could score against the champions. You can go there, you can score, and if you want to give them a game, give them a game. They're going to be tired. They're going to be subject to a mistake or two. And it's unbelievable. I just don't believe it. We're back in this. Come on, Leeds. And the gaps have opened up. And that's a terrible pass. And I think it's not Sam Greenwood, is it? And Leeds are trying to bully Manchester City here. I hope. There's a back header there from Christensen into Weston McKennie, who's managed to find, I think, Greenwood in the middle of the park. And there's a foul. And they've got. I mean, if we got out of here with a point, it'd be unbelievable. Don't tell me there's another goal. No. No. We're looking here at, we're on 86-40. There's a substitution happening for Manchester City. I think it's Alvarez is coming off. And Bernardo Silva's coming on for Manchester City. I mean, you guys could be a minute or two ahead of me. I don't know. Is this a second? Is it still 2-1? It's not 2-2. It's not. Is it? This little passage of play will tell us we are Leeds, we are Leeds, we are Leeds. What a goal that was from Rodrigo. Can Leeds find another goal? Could there be a Manchester City mistake? Could we get Rodrigo on the end of it? Could we get anybody on the end of it? This keeper's a bit sketchy, Henderson, but I mean he's protected by a very good side going forward. Yes, it is 2-1. Apparently, they're all You're all confirming from that for me now. 2-1. Apparently, it's coming through on the chat. I mean, the chat is slightly delayed here. It takes maybe a minute or two extra for it to come through on the chat. It's slow on YouTube, even slower on the software that I'm using there. So the Leeds fans are urging United to go forward, find that extra 10%, find that extra 11%. Have you got it in you, that extra percentage or two? Rodrigo plays a lovely ball down the outside. He's trying to play into Junior Firpo, but Firpo won't get to it. Walker's there first. And Sam Greenwood's in there battling with De Bruyne. I mean, and Manchester City are on the racks here. Manchester City are now having to actually run around and chase after the ball, and Ayling can't get to that. It wasn't played accurately enough into him. And I think the Leeds fans and every Leeds fan alike will be absolutely delighted that A, we've got a goal, B, we haven't been beaten heavily here against Manchester City, and these are the shoots of hope, I think. And Rodrigo, barn door any day of the week. What's he on about? And if this scoreline stays, it'd be. I mean, if they go and grab another one, I won't be able to contain myself. I just won't be able to do it. Lewis is taking the throw in for Manchester City, and Manchester City are now trying the old trick of get it down in the corner and keep it there, and that is a very, very negative sign from Manchester City. And if they lose, draw this game, Pep will be absolutely fuming. And it's so bad they've even got Erling Haaland there to hold the ball up at the corner flag, and it'd be absolutely. I would be absolutely delighted if we went and got another goal up here. And oh God, come on Leeds. They know that they've not done enough. 2 goals might not be enough here, and that goal from Rodrigo has just put the cat amongst the pigeons as Erling Haaland tries his best to keep that ball shoved down in that corner flag. Luke Ayling's not happy about what's going on down there. And it's poor this. I don't think the Manchester City fans will be too bothered. There's a cross in, but McKennie's picked it out. And Junior Firpo into Aronson. Brendan Aronson, can he find the right ball? There's 2 runners going down the right side. Chris Somerville can't get to it. It's a shame he couldn't get to that. Chris Somerville, if he'd have got to that, that'd have been, oh God, it'd have been epic. Pep Guardiola is fuming. He's not happy down there. Just very happy, Chico. Just sad that we start showing energy 5 minutes. Doesn't matter, does it? If we show a bit of energy and 4 minutes of added time, there's 3.5 minutes to go, according to this. And if we get a goal here, this would be pretty. That's not a good ball to play. I think it's Wobu who plays it all the way back to Robles, but Robles punts it down. He's got a fair kick as Robles. McKennie. Ayling tries to pump one over the top. McKennie. And Sam Greenwood's in the way. Weston McKennie is trying to get that out. Leeds are looking for another ball. And Weston McKennie's going to go in the book for that. He picked the ball up and thumped it away. Sat in the pub with our Troy Alex chip. Good. I hope you're having a good time. Man, Josh says, to be honest, I'm happy with the goal. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with we've somehow managed to only concede 2 goals here. There'll be other teams that go here. They've been pumped this year. So to get a goal and to only lose 2-1 isn't too bad. And I think it's Gundogan coming off. Yeah, it is. Gundogan's coming off. And hopefully the referee adds another 3 minutes of added time on for that. Making a substitution on the 93rd minute. You kidding? No. Don't tell me Man City have scored. We're on 93 minutes, 10 seconds. Tell me, chat, what's happened? What has happened here, chat? What's going on? And Junior Firpo's got over to get to get the throw in, I think, and Haaland's not managed to retain it. Don't do that to me, man, Josh. I thought Leeds had scored then. Is it in another game? Oh, no, it's not. Pep is furious at Gundogan. No handshake, yeah. I mean, how can you be furious at him? He's netted 2 goals. He's won the game, pretty much. I don't know. Pep's obviously seen something that 93-55, still 2-1. Yeah, I'm about 10 seconds behind you then. 15 seconds maybe. Stroud, good header away that. And the Manchester City fans have emptied out. They're emptying out of the Etihad. And Wolves have won by the sound of it. I mean, that's not really going to affect us. Wolves were really safe anyway. A few points ahead of us. But tomorrow, I think, is going to be the big day for us, isn't it? Wolves win. Haaland, who's had an absolute stinker for Manchester City. And he really needs to get sacked and go over Erland Road and sign a contract that's waiting for him on Radrazani's desk for 25 grand a week. Reporting here coming in, it's full time and it's finishing 2-1. Is this 95 minutes as Man City take a corner? Wober and Firpo are over there. Haaland shows a bit of trickery, kicks the ball up into his hands, and Big Sam's having a good laugh with Pep Guardiola, and Pep is not happy, and I think Big Sam knows that he's pissed off Pep Guardiola there. And he's frustrated him and made it hard for him. And had it not been for that slackness in the first half, you know, we should have got a draw there. You've got 2 goals, pretty much identical goals. And Big Sam Allardyce has just bagged himself £250,000 for only losing 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium, and that is a tremendous result for us. Is that I think you'll agree that most people would have been worried today we could have gone in there, lost 6, 7, 8. Maybe 9-0. Some were predicting double figures, and Manchester City only managed 2 goals. Whether by luck, hook or crook, they were. We've been lucky. We've rode our luck. Maybe the luck is just turning our way right at the right time. Maybe it's the Big Sam influence, doing the basics right. Trying your best not to give balls away in the silly areas, trying your best not to encourage and goad the opposition into thinking that they can go score a goal, and keeping it tight as much as possible. And that header from Haaland, there's probably an offside or 2 there, yeah, but you know, from a Leeds point of view, that for me is a successful afternoon. Cannot complain at the result. We were just, the performance side of it is okay. It's not great. It's not nice football. I don't expect that we're going to see any nice football, any Bielsa type football between now and next season, to be quite honest with you. And if we are going to become a shadow of our former selves, then I don't see Sam Allardyce is going to let the shackles off on this side. He's going to try and get them into a shape, into defending, motivated, and stop them from being so sloppy. And that's been our downfall, hasn't it, over the last few weeks? Look at that Crystal Palace game, Liverpool. Bournemouth, it's sloppiness all over the pitch, and that that's really where we've been weak, and it's cost us a lot of points. I think we've lost a lot of points from winning positions. Is it about 20 points from winning positions during this season? 82% possession. Yeah. So I'll get you some stats up there, that the ones that I'm looking at. If you haven't already seen them, they're coming up in a moment or two. But as far as I know, is it a breath of fresh air at Leeds United? Is it the fact that Orta's gone? Is it just a little renewed impetus? Something that we've not seen? Something that Sam got that got everybody cracking in the right direction? I think it's just a mixture of those things, isn't it? And we have a lot to be feeling grateful for, thankful for, and positive for. After that performance, I honestly thought bringing Allardyce in wouldn't be a good thing, but from what I've seen today, he's kept us alive. We've not got a point, but what we've got is not a bad goal difference. Possession 18% Leeds, 2 shots on target, one of them in the back of the net. 4 shots, 27 clearances, 1 corner, 3 offsides, yellow card, 2 fouls, 14. Manchester City, on the other hand, well, they are 82% possession. I'm just going to try and take that banner off. Just give me a second while I figure out where it is. Hide that one and hide that one. And 6 shots on target. I mean, that's not great, that, from Man City. 18 shots in total. Clearances 7, corners 6, 4 offsides, 0 yellow cards, 3 fouls. So, in my opinion, that's not a bad afternoon's work for Leeds United. I think we march on, and I think with it, there's a lot to look forward to in these remaining fixtures for us. Really, really pleased that we've not got thumped, and I don't know, is it Erling Haaland? Gundogan has been the difference for Manchester City today. Scoring on the 19th and 27th minute, almost identical goals, and they're still 4 points clear of Manchester City now. It should be all over. Villa are outside the European spots. Brighton are there, breathing down Tottenham's necks, and Liverpool, like I say, marching on. They are going up there. Leeds, no change in position. We're in 17th, 35 played, 25 goal difference, minus 30 points, and if we can go and get a result in our next fixture, we're going to be one huge step closer to being safe, I think. And the next fixture is, let's have a look, Newcastle United next Saturday, May the 13th. It's at home, and that is the early kickoff. It's a 12:30 kickoff, so 6:30 local for me here in Jakarta. I hope that you've all enjoyed the stream. I hope you've all enjoyed the day. I feel a lot better, because I'll tell you, I was nervous. I was dreading it. I just needed a Haaland goal for my 33-1 bet, Stu. Never mind. Hope Salah has a goal for my FPL. Yeah, Salah, yeah. He's Brentford today. I mean, that's going to be a tough match for Liverpool, is that? So I don't know about that. We'll talk about that later. I did say Rodrigo would score. No one believed me. I believed in him more than I did Patrick Bamford. Hermione, I'm not a betting person. I don't bet. Where I live, it's illegal to bet. But where there's a will, there's a way. But next time you have any tips, you are the person to be listened to. I think that was a superb little shout, and you were talking there about Rodrigo coming on. He'll change the match for us. And we always say, don't we? You know, these subs. Oh, they should have come on. If they'd come on another 10 minutes earlier, it could have been a whole different outcome, that match. And I think that's the difference, isn't it, with the fine margins and when the managers make decisions. Are they making them at the right time? Are they too early? Are they too late? Rodrigo, as we know, is our top scorer by a long way, I think, isn't he, this season? And he's a proven finisher. And I'll tell you what, Sam Allardyce will be absolutely thrilled for him that he's got a goal. And I think, you know, if there's any result that can instill a bit of confidence into the team, that is the result today. That is a huge result for us. All right, we narrowly missed getting a point, but I'll certainly take a 1-goal deficit over any other heavy loss and more shippings of goals. Okay, man, Josh, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you everybody else as well, disabled team. That was very kind of you always to pop in and support me, support the channel, etc. And I'm really pleased. I hope you're pleased. I'm going to read a couple of these things out here. I'll take two. Yeah, go on City, grab another one, get another one. It wasn't picked. Get in. Why wasn't he picked from the start? Well, I mean, it could be fitness, could be, you know, is he fit? Is he not fit? So I don't know. A good effort. Disappointed we couldn't get a point, but that's been a really tough week for us. A bit of pride restored. I'll just read some of these other ones now. Probably the best we could have lost the game, and we were always going to lose. Glad we get a goal and won that second half. Yeah, you know, if it's on the second half match, play it again, Sam. Says someone else. Well done to our fans for staying behind the team. They sounded amazing today. Good to see the whole squad going over there to the end. Going to them at the end. Good. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Let's look at that. Anyone lost a phone in this area? Message me. Oh, okay. Oh, someone's lost a phone. Is there any point playing Bamford anymore? The answer is no. No, there's no point. Yeah, I think looking around, most will be satisfied with that we haven't got absolutely pummeled, and that's what our fear was today after the recent run of results we've had. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it, how you can get beat and everybody's still saying that's a great result. But that's how bad it's been for us, isn't it? It's been depressingly bad. Watching the stupid mistakes, watching the silly passes, the silly organisation, the awful positioning of players just literally running around following the ball. I thought Grathia had sorted all of that out when we got that draw against Brighton. You know, we looked structured. We looked all right. They didn't play through us, and I think if we'd have carried on like that, we'd have done all right. But then suddenly, I don't know, was it a case of reverting into this second half? Oh, well, we're just going to play Bielsa ball or Marsh ball or whatever. We'll just all run around the pitch, try and catch the ball or whatever, and it just didn't seem sensical to me. But anyway. Hermione, Stu, disabled team, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I don't know, we'll see what the content is this week. Let's hope there's no more drama at Ellen Road and Big Sam can sort everything out. Take care of yourselves. There'll be more videos and stuff coming this week, and I'll see you all hopefully next week for the game against Newcastle. All the very best. Have a great evening ahead. Take care.